you think iPhone footage is not cinematic, you're wrong. And today I'm going to show you just that. We're going to use the iPhone 17 Pro or any other footage from any other iPhone using a simple workflow with either a free app on your iPhone or with a paid version of DaVinci Resolve. I'm going to show you my two workflows to get real film look with iPhone footage. The problem is that by default, your iPhone shoots in Rec 2020, and even if you shoot in Apple Log, still looks very flat and digital. To make it cinematic, you have to first bring it to a proper color space and then apply the film look. And if it all sounds too complicated for you, don't worry, I'm going to break it down step by step. So here we are in DaVinci Resolve, and as you can see, this shot looks a little bit different from what it would look like in your phone if this was shot in Rec 2020, which means you just open the camera and shot the shot. This is what it's going to look like because DaVinci Resolve, being a Pro Tools, allow you to go through the Pro Tools techniques, which means we have to create a color space transform right here, where we're going to tell DaVinci this was shot in Rec 2020, and the input gamma was Rec 2100 HLG, and then the output will be Rec 709 gamma 2.4. This should look pretty much like what you just shot on your phone, and this is DaVinci's way of recognizing the color space that you just shot. While if we try to edit a log scene like this one, instead of having one color space transform, we're going to need two, one at the start and one at the end. The one at the start, we're going to put Apple Log 2, Apple Log, and then DaVinci Wide Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate. And then the last one will be DaVinci Wide Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate in, and Rec 709 Gamma 2.4 out. So this way, this is now converted into a Rec 709 color space. Let's say if you shot this scene the same way you shot this scene, this is kind of what it looked like. But because it's shot in logs, this specific one actually was shot in OpenGate ProRes RAW, so you have so much color dynamics that you can play around here. You can edit this scene anywhere in between these two color space transform, because here your scene enters, transforms into DaVinci space, and then here takes DaVinci space and transforms back to the output, which is Rec 709. So every color grade when we're talking about log has to be done inside here, whether it's a LUT, whether it's a film look creator, which we're gonna go use now. Here we go, add the film look creator. This is a free plugin from DaVinci Resolve. And right off the bat, you don't have to touch anything, add this beautiful cinematic look to your image. Now, let's say we want to add the same thing, but to this one shot that we talked about before. This wasn't shot in log, but we did this one color space transform at the start. Now here, instead of doing it before, we're going to do after the color space transform. And here is where we're going to add our film look creator, and it's going to look weird because we have to go into color space overrides and just put Rec 709, Gamma 2.4, both in as well as out. You will see that this looks a lot better. And now you can go and play around with whatever preset or custom and just make your own look through this DaVinci Resolve Film Look Creator. Now, another way you can do this is delete this one and just start one of my LUTs, which I have handy right here. And as you can see, these are LUTs designed for iPhone footage that you can literally drag and drop. And this is what it looks like before the LUT, and this is after. They're made to be one-click solutions for your footage. And if we go into the log scene, they're actually made for log footage too, which means that you can avoid any of these tips that I just gave you, leave the footage in log, and simply go into the Apple Log folder. And here you have one-click filmic look LUTs that recreate real film looks. Vision 3 500T is one of my favorite. CineSteel 800T is what I'm color grading this video right now. So it's all based off real film looks, and it's one click. So it's, you know, it's a bit silly if you don't click in the link in bio and get it 30% off right now. Now let's say you want to get the same effect but straight in your phone, because let's be honest, most of us shooting with iPhones don't really take the time to put the stuff onto a laptop and edit with a professional color grading software. We just want to make a cool video, apply a LUT or apply a cool effect, and then post it to our stories. And you can do that using a free app called VN Editor. Simply download it from the App Store, and then you're gonna put it up here, open a project, and all you gotta do is go into filters, airdrop the LUTs that you just downloaded, like my LUTs for example, and then you have them all here, and then you can one click apply the LUT to whatever piece of footage you want, and they just work the same way. Let me just show you one more time with one story that I took this morning. Simply filter, pick the LUT that looks better from my LUT collection, and that's it. Good to go. Export, post to your story. Now, extra tips. Shoot in Apple Log. As we said, if you shoot in Apple Log, you will have so much more chance to color grade the exact way that you want. So it comes down to, if you really want to make a short documentary like the one that I just released, shooting on an iPhone 17 Pro, and then it makes sense to shoot everything in log. But the whole documentary, which I shot for like maybe just shy of an hour, it took like 100 gigabytes of storage. So for an iPhone, that's actually a lot. And if you just want to post for stories, don't shoot log. You can shoot in the Blackmagic app if you do want to shoot in log, because the Blackmagic app allows you to shoot in Apple Log, in Apple ProRes RAW OpenGate, which is using the whole sensor of your iPhone. And you also have access to tip number 3, which is controlling your shutter speed. Obviously, if you don't have an ND filter, which is this, but for your phone, you're not gonna be able to shoot at double the shutter speed of your frame rate, which is the one that creates this, this beautiful motion blur effect within videos. But we can fake that in DaVinci Resolve by simply going into Fusion. Don't be scared, it's nothing crazy. Go into Fusion, add a little node, and add motion blur. Make sure you select advanced option and then go into towards the next frame, and then you can adjust the motion blur amount in there, but usually I just leave it as it is. And this will pretty much trick the system. So even if you shoot with a very high shutter speed, you can fix that in post-production that way. So these were my tips to finally get that cinematic look on your iPhone, both for free as well as paid. And talking about paid, if you do want to support the channel and check out my LUTs, which were created of 7 film looks, as I said before, real film looks, one-click LUTs, both for Rec 2020 and Apple Log. Check them out down below, they're now 30% off. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you in the next video.